Alright guys, here's the video review for FansToys Grinder, their MP Grimlock. As you can see, he's a big guy. You can see he's barely fitting here in the frame, but we'll try to show off everything, and I will do my best to make an effort to keep everything clear and focused. So yeah, right off, he's Grimlock, and right off the bat, what you're getting here is a larger masterpiece style Grimlock. I'm not saying that's good or bad. It's a solid piece. It's just kind of a bigger Grimlock. There's not anything on this that really... What's the word I'm looking for? Nothing here is going to really surprise you. There's a couple different transformation bits, but for the most part, it's Grimlock. He comes with a light-up weapon. 2 light-up weapons, actually. But, I don't know if you can see, but the both barrels glow there and blink with this one. They both use the same size batteries, and they each use 2 of the same tiny battery, and I only have 2 of them, so we'll show off the glowing sword later in the review. But the sword you actually have to unscrew to put the batteries in. They go in here. The gun is actually really cool in that the batteries go right in there. Instead of having to unscrew everything to put the batteries in, there's just a little opening flap right there. Just open it up, put the batteries in with the little button cell batteries with the ring side facing that way to the right if you're looking at the back of it. Close it up, and it works, which is kind of cool. So yeah, I appreciate that feature. And on to transformation. And it's pretty simple. I mean, it's like I said it before, it's Grimlock. A couple neat things with the tail, a slightly different way the torso transforms, but for the most part, it's Grimlock. So you want to split the legs, untab them from up here, and the hinges here actually slide. These hinges, you can see this one's slid out, this one is not yet slid out all the way. And that gives you a little bit of room to work with here. You split the tail does wiggle side to side, and you can move up and down a little bit. That's supposed to stay tabbed in. You can kind of wiggle the tip a little bit, but not much. You split this up. This whole thing actually rotates down and out. Rotate the hinge knee, just like that. Tail folds up and in. Fold that up like that. Fold it into the leg itself, and then this socket fits right in here. Just close that up. Slide that back together. And then the foot piece, this comes up, folds in here, and then this piece folds out to fill in the foot. That's the same on the other side. On the tail. Put it around there, fold that up, flip that in. Flip that in, rotate the leg around, face forward. Not sure which way's forward actually. Okay, clearly that's forward because that's how the knee works. So I got those backwards. There we go. And there he is. Now he's just a standard dinosaur. Ha ha ha. I don't know why I did a weird ha ha, but whatever. And the head, his mouth opens and ratchets. He's got a little flamethrower inside his mouth. Oh, and his dinosaur head, while we're doing this, he's got 2 different sets of eyebrows. He's got this regular look, and then he's also got a kind of angry, sculpted eyebrow look. And you can also swap out his eyepiece. If you prefer, you have red eyes. That's right. Maybe. There Now he's got red eyes. Entirely up to you, but I'm going to leave him with the blue eyes. And the normal faceplate. Yeah, he's got the articulation. Forward, back, nice clicky joints. No gimmick in his mouth, like MP had. But just transform him just like normal. Flip his head down onto his back. Split the chest wings, or not the chest wings, the back wings. You can see here, here's the difference here. This head comes up, this head's on a little panel here with the chest plate. So you lift that up, then you pull this whole thing up, and kind of like MP Grimlock, the arm supports will rotate up as you pull the chest plate up. Just like that, at which point you can fold this down and lock it into place here on his chest. Like that. Bring his arms down. You can angle the wings however you see fit. Come up a little higher for his head here. And the hands, like usual, you just pull this out, flip out his fist, close that up. You can kind of fold the claws back a little bit if you want to give him a little bit more room around his fist. They don't fold up all the way flat. You can extend the arm down like this. He's got a bicep swivel, elbow joints, however you want to do it. Again, he's down, flip out his fist, and there he is. It's Grimlock. I promised a glowing sword earlier, so you can see the LED going. It does light up the whole sword fairly well in darker light. But again, you just push this little button here on the bottom, turn it on and off. You have to unscrew it to put the batteries in, and I got the wire sandwich in there. Make sure you do all 5 screws, because sometimes if you unscrew these, it's easy to forget this one is here, and you don't want to crack that handle. But yeah. His head's on a ball joint. It can look all around. You can pop it off. I actually meant to do that. I didn't mean for it to go as far, because just like his dinosaur head, he does have a red head, or a red-eyed version of his head as well. So you've got some options. I do prefer the blue eyes, so we're going to go ahead and pop that back on. Again, he's got some forward and back tilt as well on the black joint piece. Ratcheting shoulders, both forward and back. Bicep swivel. The hinge on the elbows. He can fold his arms up pretty well. Wrist swivels. He does have individually articulated fingers, including thumbs. He does have a waist swivel. It's a little limited due to this backpack piece, but decent amount of rotational joint there. No ratcheting hips, but they're pretty stiff. Thigh swivel. Ratcheting knees. Get a little over 90 degrees, not much. He does have ankle tilt. And there is a swivel there above his knee as well. He comes with also a metal crown. Okay, so here's the underside of the crown. You want to make sure these little divots right here, these go on the side, and then it'll fit right there on his head. You can hold his weapons. Again, it's just a matter of plugging them into the slots in his hand, just like there was with Lupus. And you kind of want to have his thumb down for this, so it can plug in, wrap his fingers around it. Because of the ball joint, you can bring the thumb back up around the other side, but for expediency's sake, I'm just plugging it into his hand. So yeah, there he is with his crown and weapons. And like I said, if you're just looking for a bigger Masterpiece Grimlock to go with the rest of the FansToys Dinobots, or just to have a larger Masterpiece Grimlock on your shelf, this will do it. really all there is to it. Here he is with the aforementioned Masterpiece Grimlock, just to give you an idea of the size difference. So he is much larger, probably more to scale with MP figures on your shelf. And just to be extra safe, comparison-wise, here he is with MP10. Again, just to give you a sense of the scale there. And MP Wheeljack, just cause. So yeah, there's nothing super innovative about it. Like I said, if you're looking for a bigger Grimlock, here's a bigger Grimlock. That's not, and I don't intend for that to be an insult against it. It's intended to be a larger Grimlock. It does that job admirably. It feels solid. There's a lot of die cast in it. He's pretty hefty. The transformation is good. He's got a nice beefy look to him. He's just a good, solid Grimlock. I've played with several Grimlocks in the last few months. There's a lot of Dinobots coming out. But, like I said, if you're already collecting the FansToys Dinobots, he should fit right in. If you just want a bigger Grimlock on your shelf and don't want the rest of the Dinobots, he's a good, solid Grimlock. There it is, FansToys Grinder. And real quick, I forgot to go over some of the add-on parts. He's got a couple of replacement pieces for Swoop. Little gold pieces there. He comes with a new head for Sever. I believe there's Snarl. A new rotating face there for, I believe, is Sludge. Maybe it's Swoop, but I'm pretty sure this was Sludge. And a new lower face plate for Slag. So, yeah, you got some swappable parts for all the previous Dinobots. And that is all the little bits that come with FansToys Grinder.